What's up, people? We're playing Dangan and getting straight into it. No intro.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish. Oh,
we know this.
Let's talk about the murder weapon.
Make clear was used to give the fatal blow. We already know what that is. Locker room done though. Hurry up.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yep.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument
That's... Never mind. Oh, I forgot. Contradictions.
Chihiro's, it appears it was... According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt... I bet it was an iron...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, there we go. Also, the reason I can upload the
object that
investigate...
dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell
The reason
found at the scene of the crime?
The reason I couldn't upload the investigation is because it didn't work. And what I'm saying is there's something wrong with my recording.
And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yeah! That's so creepy!
Oh my. You're made to.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Genocide Jack.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Yep. Sure. Lines of white noise. Ah, damn it. Press the right mouse button. Okay. Let's go. Genocide Jack case file. I believe.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, right foot.
That's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
There we go. No, that's wrong!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the...
Oh, that's right. Ooh, lust.
Bloodlust, you fucking idiot.
It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic. And it's something that
Look
has
at
never
how
been
this
made
dude
public.
is looking.
Never made
You
public?
think he's the leader
What the
of
hell
this
is it?
group?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Why me?
I got it!
There we go.
Apparently, in every other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this?
I
when
have an
only
issue with
high-level
that,
police
though.
officials were aware of it?
See, I wanna show you something, guys. Truth bullets, blah 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 blah. Where is it? Did I skip it? Here. They don't show it! They did not show it. They have no photo of it. Alright, I'll show it when a picture comes up of it.
There's only one logical answer,
Where's the real killer?
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
He spilled it like that?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
But she's a girl, that makes no sense to call her Genocide Jack. Would it not be better to call her... What's a girl's name for genocide?
Okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like glottophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko
earlier.
Genocide Jack? The answer is yes.
Split person. Hurry up! Split personalities! I know what it is. Hurry up, Makoto. Split. Oh, Schizo? Yeah. No. Oh, damn it. Oh. I can slow down in there as well. There we go. I got it.
Now I understand.
It literally said in the case file as a split
Is it because Genocide
personality.
Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
In other words, split identity.
But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Yep.
I got it!
Her behavior changed.
You're talking about how she...
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Flashback. Yeah.
She was
I
acting
see.
funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my...
Not to
Shut
mention,
up.
once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was
Makes
scared
sense.
of Genocide Jack?
Yeah, because she was saying stuff like, I won't let her kill again. Yes. Yep.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
The promise.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, she told me, she said, a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Damn.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
Still code.
You said if I... That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have? But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that
Damn.
rush you got from killing.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Huh?
person? You don't mean...
You have to summon Genocide Jack? No way. I almost jumped from that.
Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Joe.
Yes, what the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. One of them happens to be a serial killer. You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murder scene Genocide Jack? Yeah, I'm insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
Find it interesting, Jack and Jill.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind, but...
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what if someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine. And maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Whoa, hold on. What are you on about? What the hell is Mikado on about? Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
What does that mean?
What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed him.
Dude, what the hell?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
The cord.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare the modus operandi...
Nope, that's wrong. I would never expect that to happen. I mean, landing on one of those on the Kuya.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Damn. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Look, 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 look. You see the scissors? Those are used to prop them up. But we go back here. There is a rope instead, or an extension cord. Look.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
It should be
Let me
scissors.
rephrase that. In a way, there are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
Multiple. See, look, top right corner. Victim suffered multiple stab wounds across his body.
According
Same
to
scissors.
the case file,
They're
they were
later.
all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Yep.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying another difference has to do with Havoc?
I got it!
I knew it.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspect? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
So if Genocide
in all
Joe
the
didn't kill
previous
her.
Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend.
Scissors, yeah.
Specifically,
Who would've?
pairs of
Wait. Look. He tried framing, and it makes sense because.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there. I'll figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
What the hell? I don't think of this.
I got it!
What?
Is it because
What are you talking about?
in all the Genocide Jack cases,
They're all dudes. Oh, how did I not see
They
that?
were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with
And
such
Jimmy was a
passion and
girl.
conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the movie side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly car!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect. That does make
The
some
only
amount
other
of
person, the only like people, should I say, that know about
Whatever
Genocide
reason I
Joe
I would never leave out my prized scissors.
are Kuya and Makoya, but Makoya didn't know until after Kuya told him.
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Good point.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Oh, so she does have scissors.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can go anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can you gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah! That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Oh, where is he?
Here's my answer.
Oh, he tried to.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government
Wow,
documents
I
or
never
internal
saw those
police
frames.
records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her. So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
I forgot about that. We said we should check the ghost locker first.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
on the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Truth. Something on what he just said.
But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker. There was no time for pointless distraction. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Yeah.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity, that's a natural.
The victim was Chihiro.
Yes. Yep. No, that's wrong. There you go.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, We couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
What do you mean, bro?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us. What's the matter? You're not...
There is more to it. Think about it.
Here's a girl.
We just
So you
talked
can
about the
kill her
differences
girl.
between this case and past genocide
She's a
Jack
boy.
incidents.
Wait. No. Bro, go. Him with the student has died. Junko Osaka. He could have taken Junko Osaka's one, got into the girls, killed Chihiro. Oh my!
The proof you're looking for.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Come on, come on.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain? I want to. I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen the...
Shoot it! Shoot it!
No, it's wrong.
Yes.
Actually, because you see, that rope, or
The
should I
extension
say,
cord he used in the
that
library.
extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Let's see.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide
Yes.
Jack was behind. Is that about right? What's wrong?
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Yeah.
I know, there's something that's still bothering me.
What is it?
Right. And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
I got it!
Yeah, because how
You
could
say
he
you
get in?
killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder
Huh?
took place somewhere else?
What are you on
How
about?
disappointing. What kind of question
Oh,
is
wait.
that? Even in...
I think it's here. Not here. Disappearing stain. Where is it? The carpet. Sakura said something about that she spilled her coffee on the
She
floor, but
was
now it's
found
gone.
dead. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying
I believe I do.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Fine, the poster's in.
I
Got it!
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is... the poster. Your proof? The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about.
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
That was moved.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definite.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certain. In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime. The bloodstained poster and carpet were moved. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that? Huh? Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place
I'm confused,
in the
bro.
locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook of Chihiro's handbook.
Yeah.
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure
Hero,
there would have
speak
been no
up.
Well, she used the thing that was in the main hall. Huh?
What then?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
No, that's impossible.
No, it's wrong.
Me and Kuya found out earlier that Leon's was the one that was broken.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
What point would you have to do that?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using
No,
someone else's
Monokuma
handbook?
proves that.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
Yep.
In other words, you could borrow.
Hit the nails.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
Yes.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? She was killing the girls and she's the one that did it, really?
Hold on a second. I agree with you.
Finally,
though.
speaking
I
up.
think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
Exactly.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
Okay, what is it?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Could we back here?
The girls' locker room?
Do I need another truthful look?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
Exactly.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Okay.
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully.
Weird as.
No, wait.
Okay, never mind.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Shut up.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing up.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Bring your hands together in a brief prayer, curved then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that. What? This is... What is this?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Huh?
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Oh, that makes sense. How he was able to get to a locker room.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben, it's really true.
Makes sense.
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro,
He was a cross-dresser?
so that's what Kyoko. Now let's ride this wave.
Let's continue.
We've all just learned it.
Yes, well, I don't know. And because the victim was male...
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male...
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but...
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get in.
Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Makes sense.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation.
So now everything has been connected. All the...
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
He's off in his
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? but aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like the way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
Okay.
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going?
So what
We're all
to do,
good, aren't we?
right?
I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as
Why
a group
is
one more
Taka
time.
so
We still have time to make our decision.
aggressive?
That's very true.
Our lives are all
I
on
find
the
out
line.
how you unlock it who to kill though.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I got it!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure
How
if
would
someone
we,
saw the
idiot?
killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Wait.
All we need right now is any
No,
kind
no, no.
of new info.
No idea.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Damn it.
Clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at
I'm
them?
sure if someone saw the killer, they...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be it.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Just reset it, hurry up.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
What?
Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the... Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need right now is
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
No, no. Yes. No. That's wrong.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why
Damn.
you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and a double bag.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro, but why would he be in a hurry?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone,
Dude.
and then they were going to work out together?
Who's athletic? Dude, no. Who's athletic as a dude? Report cards. Potentially Taka. Not you. Potentially Mondo. Okay.
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed. Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Okay.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
How?
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the strap jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Blue and white. A blue track jacket and a
You
white
want to track
bag.
down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment back. As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
No.
Perhaps. Let's explore that. and
What
talk a
sense
bit more
does
about
that
the jacket.
make? Explain, Kyoko. Oh my. I'm guessing I have to copy
we know
something.
where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
So next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the specific track?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
How do you even know that?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
On.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that track. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have it because exercising.
I have a white track. I got it from the
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
Oh, I can copy that
You
too.
heard him, right?
What are you on about?
First of all, we know that he was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask,
Okay.
Why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna just keep spamming stuff.
So, what you're... The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit? No.
Explain, please.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, She said...
Someone stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. That assumes she was heading off to exercise. Yeah,
she never
and...
said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh!
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's track?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
So Mondo's the killer.
And before we began the trial,
Is this on?
did you tell
Yeah, it
anyone
is.
that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure we saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Chihiro.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, he was carrying the bag.
That can't be it either. According to Celeste's tech...
Oh.
And when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the... That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
I hate him.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You didn't notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
How do you want
Oh
that?
yeah, that reminds me. Kifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Explain it.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I got it!
Shit has a weak
You already
point.
told us before that the handbook
Yep.
has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Okay, go good, Shiro.
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demand. Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, if the hot air of the sauna works, that layer of air will
Don't
get
care about
blown
this.
away.
Get
So
on the
when
car.
you're in a sauna, make sure to keep calm.
Interesting.
That is a mere trifling.
Anyway, if you found then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out?
Indeed.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did. Whoa! I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Oh. There's two people could be. If I get too sure as to the beginning. Alright.
Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
It could be Taka as well.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
I didn't think that'd be important.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
Oh, I see.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold up! You've got it all wrong! He would never kill! I don't accept this! Show me the proof! The actual solid proof!
Still going. I got a lot to deal with.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually the Mako's,
Well, my goddamn handbook works just
Pull it out then.
No, that's wrong!
The handbook should be broken.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, Is it really yours?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the mail, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student. But if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell you are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear.
Is it that, shooting thing? Never mind, closing. Let's have a look. Isn't that from last case? Act 2. Dude, I have no idea. Let's have a look at the end. This one's hard. Dude, it has to do that first. Then this. Then that. Then he picked it up. He said, "Bonk." Where he's changing it. Maybe this? Dude, I could be so wrong. But alright.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can...
Okay.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed... She made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim... Simple. Because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entry. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the... It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing...
Oh my...
The killer is you! Which then?
There we go.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls. A girl, but this alone... After all, Sayaka and Junko using one of those, a boy could get into the girls. And that's exactly what the carpet and the poster they brought with them. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room. That could have been Byakuya discovered the body and decided to... So, after he went and grabbed the... He used the...
I figured. Where's it at?
The killer is you! He used the cord. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of he wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack...
What the hell?
Here's exactly what happened. And with the kill there... And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to summon the reason... Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof!
I have evidence.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Sure. And what time?
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
Here we go.
Show me some evidence.
Boom.
Prove it.
Fine.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Oof. That's it then. Still an A.
Bro, what are you saying? I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting. No holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Who will you elect as the Will you make the right choice? What's it gonna be? What? Unbelievable.
Sorry. What is this?
Now then. Actually... Ha!
Wait.
Hey, what?
I'm sorry, but... That's right. I want to change.
Hey,
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Correct. Indeed. Certainly.
it?
Because I knew it.
What is this? You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat my...
Hey,
I just... Don't fuck with me.
But I want...
You piece of... What? What?
Huh?
What?
No! What?
Damn you! Yeah, that's right. You son of a bitch! I killed even after all this time. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Yep.
It can't be.
Well now. Now then, I prepared a very... Let's give it
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Cage of Death. What the hell? Oh my. Mondo butter. Gonna put it on his pancakes. Wow. Damn.
What is this?
Naturally.
Hey. However,
What?
Honestly. There is nothing to be done.
Well,
That's right.
I see.
But
Interesting.
Ooh.
Correct. Indeed. Hey,
What's this?
you. What?
Damn. Huh? What the heck? Damn it! Ooh, how it...
That's enough. In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up!
In chapter 2, please.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on. After all, that's what everyone wants to see. As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
The 16th?
Oh, my. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friend.
The 16th student? Ten left. What the hell?
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon.
Bro, we've had 2 trials.
Impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I would if I
We
keep
still have a
thinking
load of
like
people
that.
to get through.
I might decide to.
This seems like in-game type stuff. Donuts. Okay. This is her room. Interesting.
Okay.
Huh?
But
Is that Chihiro's ghost? The next generation is an example of electric hero? What the hell? Alright, end it there. The trial was really interesting. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more. Peace.